We have to be relentless. We have to go for it. We have to strive. We have to try. We have to fail to move forward. Boom, Michael, let's go. I'm getting on stage. I'm going to be talking to people. I'm meeting with clients. I'm going out there. I'm going out to the public. What is up, everybody? Yes, I'm getting on stages, and here I am on this stage here. It is Making Moves with Michael. I just cut my intro video short because you don't need to watch the whole thing. If you want to watch the whole thing, just go to my YouTube channel. Today, we are talking about your network. We're talking about the people in your life who you can lean on, who you can count on, who you could literally just, boom, pick up the phone, text them, call them, and they will respond. You don't need to give them context. You don't need to give them a whole spiel. They will simply respond. Hey, can you call me today? Yep, no problem. What do you need? Hey, I'm working on something. Can I catch up with you? Yep, no problem. What do you need? So we're talking about your network and how to cultivate a great network of people that are going to help you in all of your goals for 2025. Look, if you're an entrepreneur, if you're a business owner, if you're an executive, if you are trying to be successful as a parent, if you're just trying to be successful in your life in any way, shape, or form, you're thinking about the new year. You're thinking about January 1st. You're thinking about 2025. You're asking questions such as, what can I do different? How can I improve? How can I get better? What are the different ways that I can improve in my life, personally, financially, in my business, in my relationships? And while you're thinking about all of these things of budgets, of finances, of marketing, of sales funnels, of of scheduling with your wife or husband or spouse, of getting your calendars in sync, while you're thinking about all of this, there is, I think, something that can help you more than anything, and it's the people you know. And the reason why I say this, it's the people that you know, is because the people that you know have life experience, and you can lean on them to ask them questions of, hey, I noticed that you and your spouse are really organized in getting the kids to the different events, and well, your work schedule, and being able to go to networking events and doing these different things. How do you do that? You can ask them a simple question like that. You can have a business partner or someone in your life where you can say, hey, I'm working on my marketing funnels, and I'm working on the different ways of outreach and speaking to my community. I've noticed that you have a really great email campaign or newsletter, or you just have a really big client base. How'd you do it? Or I'm working on a new project. I'm working on a new way of going out and meeting with clients, or I'm working on a new project to skill up in terms of my business, or I'm working on different things with my family. And I'm curious if you'd be able to help me with this. I'm curious if you know anybody that can help me with this. These are all ways that are going to make it a lot easier in terms of your planning and your goal setting. As you're going out there and you're setting up your plan and you're setting up your goals, think of the people that can help you throughout the way. So if you look at your plan, and in your plan it's, family, and you have this family plan, and in the family plan it's, for me, right? For me, it's, I coach basketball. I coach my daughter's CYO team. I I spend a lot of family time together. I also am a coach in our Highland recreation basketball league. Also bring Tenley to guitar classes, and we have ballet classes, and we have all these other things happening in our lives. And so in our family plan, it's me speaking with Devin, me speaking with my wife about what does that look like? Who's driving who where? How are we getting all of this done? What time can you be home? What time can I be home? Who's getting them off the bus? How are we meeting for practice? How are we getting to ballet? And in there, names start coming up. Who can help us? Who can help us with this? Big shout out to my mother-in-law, Deb. She's able to drive the girls to ballet for us. That's a huge help. Able to get them off the bus for us. That's a huge help. That's someone in my network. So I'm going family first because I want us to realize that as entrepreneurs, as business leaders, we think all the time about business, all the time about our network and chambers of commerces and business associations and business people. But there's people in our network that are family, that are people that are close to us that we need, because if they don't get them off the bus, then I can't be here for something else in terms of business, right? So think of your network not just as business partners, but as people who also can help you with your family life. And so my mother-in-law helps with that, my in-laws help with that, my parents help with that, my cousins, friends, family, aunts, uncles, all these different people. When I think of that, other friends too, like I carpool with Lara, we carpool every morning. We drive the girls to school. She takes a certain amount of days to drive them to school. I take a certain amount of days to drive them to school. It helps both of us balance our work life in the morning and what we need to do for our morning routines. So think about your family plan and who are the people who can help in that. Then when you go to your business, it's the same thing. Look at your business plan. What is it? What are you working on? Let's say it's marketing. So if you're working on your marketing funnels, your marketing outreach, your sales kind of, let's group that together here. Who are the people in your network that you can ask for help, that you can ask for guidance, for mentorship, that you can ask them how they've done it? Or who are the people in your network who can introduce you to your potential clients or to potential partners? So start thinking about those people and plugging them into your plan, because you could, if these are people that you can simply, like I said, pick up the phone and call and text, then don't wait to do it. Do it right away. Call and text them. And the list goes on with all of that. So part of what I want to do is help you learn how to cultivate these relationships. So I put out a list of the people, my short list, I'm calling it, of the people in the past year or the past 3 years who have guided me, helped me, supported me, been partners to me in all of my different endeavors, whether it be family, home, and all the rest, right? And while I say this, names are coming to mind, of course, that I didn't put on that list that belong on that list. So, like Lara is one of them for sure. Without her, I wouldn't have the Michael Esposito Show podcast. Without her, we wouldn't be carpooling in the morning. And of course, I'm in contact with her every single day of the week. But we forget to put certain people on our list, and that's just the way it goes. But it's taken time to build this list. There's a person on this list that I'm gonna speak about right now, and it's because of the time that that this relationship has taken. There's On this list, you can see Antonella Toscano O'Day. Now, I want to be very clear. I don't text Antonella every day. I don't call Antonella every day. We don't text happy birthday or any like messages like that. We in some way you can say we've kind of lost touch, but not really. And here's why. Because I met Antonella when I first started, when I graduated college and my very first job, she was my hiring manager. This is 2005. She hired me at Yellow Book. She mentored and trained me for 3 years as a manager. And then from there, we always kept in touch. Every once in a while, I'd send her an email, I'd send her a text. We would communicate. She was a reference for me many times. And so we would communicate professionally in a way. But then very recently, and this is how I knew that she was a very important person in my network. Very recently, when I launched my sales mastery program, I reached out to her. I texted her. I said, "Hey, are you available to talk?" And she said, "Yes." And we spoke for over an hour. She gave me some guidance. She gave me some tips. She gave me some introductions. She helped me with all of these different things. And then we didn't really speak much after that. We like each other's posts. We'll comment every once in a while. If there's a text that happens. But here's the thing and why she's in my network. Because I know I can text her. I know I can call her. And I know she's going to reply without a need for context, without a what's Michael selling me, or why is Michael reaching out to me, or what does he need, but more of like, how can I help him? And what's he looking for that I might be able to be a resource to him for? And vice versa. She knows she can probably do the same for me if she needs it. But the point is that there's a trust there that she's going to pick up the phone and she's going to answer it. So how did this happen? So she hired me back in 2005, like I said. But the trust that was built over time was that of I would email her just to let her know some of my wins. I remember very specifically back in 2012, I was promoted to manager at LA Fitness. And I emailed her. I said, Antonella, just want to share you what one of your peeps is up to. That's what she used to call us, her peeps. I said, I just want to share with you what one of your peeps are up to. I just got promoted to manager and it's exciting and all of these cool things are happening and I'm doing all of these great, things within LA Fitness and I'm really excited and I wanted to share it with you. And that was it. It wasn't an ask for her attention. Well, it was an ask for her attention, I suppose, but it wasn't an ask for anything tangible. It was simply I want to share with you what's going on. And every once in a while, same thing, like reaching out to her and just saying, hey, I saw what you posted, really cool, or sending or doing it in the comments or liking a post or something of that nature. And it was just always this like supportive back and forth to where when the time came to ask for help, the relationship was already built. And so to move on into other relationships that you see here, Tom Langen is another relationship that's listed in here. Tom Langen, I met him at a chamber meeting. And when I met him at the chamber meeting, it was it was it was like networking 101 is what I want to say to you here. I didn't go up to him and say, "Hey, I'm Michael Esposito and I sell insurance," because at the time, I mean, I still sell insurance, but at the time, that's what I was at the chamber for. It was to sell insurance, was to promote the fact that I sell insurance. But I didn't go up to him and hand him my card and say, "I sell insurance and you need my insurance." I went up to him and asked him questions about marketing. I asked him questions about the people out there that are doing marketing, like the Gary V's of the world, and what he thought of them. See, the biggest mistake we make when we're going to networking events or when we're trying to build relationships is what do you do? How do you do it? And how can I fit into your world? Is really what happens, right? And who do you know that you can connect me to that could become a client? If you're networking like that, you're not cultivating relationships. You need to connect on a deeper level. You need to bring things into the world, into the conversation there that are happening. You need to bring things in that offer value, that let the other person know that you're on the same, you're kind of speaking the same language. So when Tom said some things that sounded very Gary V-esque or that aligned with some of the things that Gary V says that I watch in terms of marketing or branding, I brought that up to him and I asked him what his thoughts were on it. See, I didn't go to him and say to him, here's what I know about marketing, and here's all the stuff that I know and that you maybe should know, and then blah, and then end. I asked him what he thought about it. And then he shared that with me. And because he's such a great networker, he then asked me my thoughts on it. And then we talked about collaborations and we talked about ways of working together and we shared ideas. And he took time to meet with me and share ideas of things that I could do for my business. And whenever he has questions about insurance or any other questions that I can help him with that I'm the expert in, he asks me for meetings and we meet about those things. And so it became this relationship where we helped each other. And more recently, he was hiring somebody for sales and he asked me to help him with that. And I offered some sales training for this person. And so it's a relationship that came out of meeting at a chamber event and offering value up front and having a conversation without an ask. So that's the biggest thing in terms of this conversation here is that when you're building your network, when you're building relationships, when you're cultivating relationships, you can't constantly be asking for something. It's okay to ask, but ask and offer. If you're going to ask for something, give something too. Be reciprocal. I want to also give a shout out to two of the other people on my list here, which are Katie and Merritt. These are business partners. These are people I hire to help me, right? But they're part of my network. We've built trust over time with each other. I've shared my deepest secrets with them, my deepest ideas with them, and I trust them with that. I know that they have my best interest in mind, and they go out and they help find solutions to my problems and introduce me to people that can promote and propel my business forward. These are partners that I know are in my corner, that I know that I know are always working for me even when I'm not meeting with them. So how do you build that relationship? Trust. So we want people to trust us, but we have to trust people too. We have to trust people with our ideas. We have to trust people with our thoughts. We have to trust people who are working for us. So in a way, while I'd rather consider Katie and Merritt as business partners because I feel like we work together and we're collaborative, but really they work for me. I pay them. They have their own businesses. They have Master of One Coaching and Haynes Marketing and Media, and they bill me, and I pay my bill. So they work for me in a sense. I mean, they really work for themselves, but they're contractors to me. And there is an expectation of work from both of them for me, but I trust them. I trust that the work is getting done. I trust that when they come to me with certain things or certain ideas, that this is to help me. And so we have to trust our partners, even when sometimes we don't understand what they're doing or why they're doing it. Or I said, do it this way and you did it that way. Why did you do it that way? And then they explain it to me, especially Katie. And then she explains it to me. And I'm like, oh, that makes a lot more sense. Or with Merit, this is coaching. In coaching, Merit's really listening more than she's telling me what to do. And so sometimes I'm confused by that. I'm going, I'm sharing all this. I want answers. And she has to remind me. That's not what coaching is. Coaching isn't just giving you answers. You have the answers. It's helping you find those answers. And she has to remind me. So it's trusting that I have the right partners. It's trusting these partners with everything. I want to close with this. When building these relationships, when cultivating these relationships, it has to be authentic. The word authentic and authenticity has been perhaps overused. There's a lot of words that are overused, but it's a great word because authentic means true. Authentic means being true to ourselves, acting within our integrity, not making stuff up, right? So I'm not going to go any further into that. But what I'm saying about being true, being authentic, is that don't just start trying to find things to talk about with someone if they're not really in your wheelhouse, if they're not really something that you find interest in. Authentic relationships come from authentic commonalities. So I had a true commonality with Tom because I wanted to learn about marketing. And so I was watching a lot of YouTube videos on marketing. It was authentic to speak with him about marketing. There were other people in the room that I connected with or that had conversations with, but they just didn't have that authenticity to them. So don't look for things that somebody else likes and just look into it so that you could have that conversation. It's a great conversation starter, but look for the things that truly deeply inside of you, you both connect on. That there's this common bond, this commonality within you that is going to go further than that initial conversation. And then double down on it over time. Reach out to these people, like their posts, comment on their posts, reach out to them and just say hi. Just send them a message to say, hey, I was thinking about you today. Send them a picture of the first time you guys met. Hey, as this came up in my feed, I was thinking about you today. Reach out to the people that have impacted your life. And over time, that will become part of your network. And over time, they'll realize that you're not always reaching out to them to ask them for something. You're reaching out to them because you truly care about them, because you truly want to know how they're doing, and you truly want them to know how you're doing. And building that strong bond is what's going to be able to help you ask them for something. Everybody knows that we need each other. So if you're always building out, always all offering value, always letting people know how you're doing and asking them how they're doing and having some sort of quick, short conversation, because we know we don't have time to have these long 30, 40-minute conversations, then the next time you ask them for something, they're going to be willing to offer. I hope this helps you today. As always, I'm coming live to you weekly with some sort of motivation. I try to do it on Mondays. Today's Tuesday. One way or another, I'm getting this done. I'm making sure that Making Moves with Michael happens every week for you. It's live. It's on LinkedIn. It's on YouTube. And it's on Facebook. Join me live if you ever want to, or just watch the replay like you're probably doing today. I want to thank you all for joining me on this Making Moves. Join me in my Take Action community. My Take Action community is a really great community of entrepreneurs, of strivers, of people who are trying to do good in their lives and build their businesses. We meet once a month in my Take Action event series, which is our mastermind, every second Wednesday of the month at 11 a.m. via Zoom. Just DM me for the link. I'd be happy to share it with you. So if you would like, if you are an entrepreneur and you are in the health and wellness space, if you're in the athletic branding space, if you're in sports, if you're somewhere in the athletic realm, you're an entrepreneur, you're a business owner, you have 10 or more employees, you're doing well, but you're looking for more. You're looking for a community to support you. You're looking to level up. You're looking for frameworks in order to help you in your family life, in your business life, and in your community. Then our Take Action community is right for you. And like I said, we meet once a month, every second Wednesday of the month at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time via Zoom. And this is your invitation to join us in our Take Action event. So just DM me for the link and I'll be happy to share that with you. Tomorrow, December 11th, is our Take Action. Angel Mary is going to be sharing her framework on digital marketing. So join us, DM me if you would like to learn about digital marketing tomorrow. Angel Mary will be our presenter and she's going to help with that framework. As always, stay happy and stay healthy, and I'll see you all soon. Bye, everyone. And then, whoa, wait a second.